So one of the things you may want to do with a number spreadsheet is to search for certain items. For instance, say you've got an inventory here for a used Apple device store, right? And you want to search and just show the Macs or just show the iPhones here. Now you can do that using a filter. So if you just want to do this one time, you can select the table here, click on Sort and Filter on the right, Filter, add a filter and say I want to filter by item and then say text contains iPhone, and there you go. You've got it. But that was a lot of steps, and let's say you are constantly wanting to do this. Let's get rid of this filter here and create a really simple interface for doing this. You don't have to know all this sidebar stuff. Let's create a new table, and we're just going to create the simplest table type there is with no headers or footers, and I'm going to reduce it to one cell, and I'm going to call this table Search, and then I'm going to leave that cell blank for now. Now in this table here I'm going to expand by one column and add a column here. I'm going to call this column Search, and in here I'm going to put a formula, and the formula is basically going to go and put a different value in there depending upon if this term matches what's in item over here. So we'll go and I'll type equals, start typing a formula, and then I'm going to search, and under text I find the search function is what we want. The find function is case sensitive. The search function is not. So we'll use that because we don't have to worry about capitalizing the P in iPhone or the M in iMac. So we'll do search, and then you can see the parameters here are search string and source string. So search string is going to be this, and comma, well, what we search is going to be that, the source. Now we want to make sure that as we copy and paste this into other rows and columns that the row and column for what it's searching for is going to be preserved. In other words, we're just going to use this one cell each and every time. So even when I paste it into the one below here, I don't want this one to move down to the one below. I want it to stay here. Now notice it gives me $1 there as the result. I'm going to change the formatting so it's number formatting. Just so we can see clearly there, the 1 is a result. There's nothing in here, and nothing does match the first or the beginning of this. If I were to type, say, iMac, you could see I get 1 as a result. But if I typed iPhone, I get an error as a result. It doesn't find it at all. Let's leave iPhone in there for now. And I'm going to copy and then paste this here. And you can see it puts a 1 next to every row that has iPhone in this term here. So it's working. But I want to filter this. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to do what I did before. Sort and filter, filter, add a filter, this time on the search column, and say numbers greater than or equal to, because that number is going to change if, say, you're searching for something that's later in the string. But if it's greater than or equal to 1, then we're good. So, and you can see there it filters everything here, hiding everything that doesn't have a value greater than or equal to 1 here. So if I were to change this to iMac, you could see it filters and only gives me the rows with iMac in it. If I do just Mac, which is going to actually put 2's in the column here for iMac and 1's for MacBook, so that's why I needed the equal to or greater than, then I get the results there. If I leave it blank, it basically is going to give me everything because everything will match the blank. Last step here is I just want to hide this column so it's invisible, and the filtering doesn't care if it's hidden or not. So now I can search for things. So if I wanted to search for the iPhone, I can. If I wanted to search for iPhone 8, I can do that, or MacBook, I can. So I have this cool little functionality here. I never have to touch the sort and filtering stuff again, and I can just use this search field to quickly search for things. It could be very useful in a variety of different purposes in numbers.